Time. I started recording. I have to yawn. Okay. Are furries cringe? Personally, I say yes and no. Yes, because it depends on what you define as cringe, whether it's being childish or expressing yourselves in different ways. Sure, there are a lot of quote unquote cringy stuff that happens. But then I also say no because I don't think it's that cringe. I spend quite a bit of time in the fandom, and there's lots of art pieces and fursuits and just people doing stuff that I'm like, what's so cringy about this? It kind of reminds me of back when people used to make fun of Fortnite a lot because they said, oh, it's cringy because kids play it. Okay. Well, kids play GTA, you know? That's not cringy. Well, it's cringe because it has dances in it. Dances taken from popular media. Hmm? It wasn't cringy when the dance came from a show or a movie. So it just what defines cringe? I think there are tons of cringy moments in of course every community, especially with the fandom, the furry fandom being a fandom space which has a lot of overlap with other fandom spaces. I don't know, I just personally feel like it's not really cringy, but if you want to say it is because of other aspects, like, some people being childish, or maybe when certain people put on a fursuit, they're more likely to act in different ways. Okay, I mean, you just whatever. I think that when it comes to the internet, we have a hard time defining certain words. What is cringe? There's certain things that we can definitely agree on. Are cringe, like you see it and you're just like embarrassed by it even though it's not you. But then there are other things that people consider cringe that's like, really? Some people even use that word when talking about things that they don't like some people will hear someone say a slur, for example, which obviously don't say that, that's wrong, but they'll hear someone say that and be like, oh, that was so cringe, but that's not the same cringe as the all the single furries video. That's furry cringe right there. Okay. But like other than that, it's just like when it comes to the furry fandom, it's like, is this cringe? I don't think so. I think there's something so out of the ordinary to think of like people as anthropomorphic animals. Even if the children's cartoons didn't exist or movies or whatever didn't, like, that kind of stuff didn't exist, there's something so different about it. Like, think about, I don't know, Valorant. Imagine the Valorant characters as furries. Just saying that, it's like, ugh. That in itself would be considered quote unquote cringe to certain people. But I just personally question why. And is it that cringe? What are they like? What are they doing? They're still the exact. I mean, hypothetically, still the exact same characters. They're still doing. They just look different. What's so cringy about this? I personally don't see it. So that's why I personally say, like, I don't think it's cringe. But if you want to say that it's cringe in the sense that, there are people out there that join the fandom and they do things or say things that are cringe, like things that I don't even say because it's just like, I'm not even gonna say it. I'll just put it on the screen. This and that. Yeah, you can consider that cringe. But the funny thing is about that is that people have been recently like been saying it. Like it's become like a recent meme to just say that to people because it's cringe, right? And furries have been saying that for years. Is it really a big deal? Well, no, it doesn't really matter if it's cringe or not, but I just think it's a fun conversation to have. But yeah, that's my whole thoughts on, whether or not I feel like the fandom is cringe or not. What does it mean? How do I personally feel about it? So, yeah.